It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black, and you ain't black, and you ain't black.
It was at this moment that Joe realized that he fucked up. And I'm gonna tell you why. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's J-OneHundred, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how even though what Joe Biden said on The Breakfast Club was complete facts, it was utter and complete bullshit coming from Joe Biden. And we're going to talk about why I'm probably not voting for him, even though you probably should. Joseph Robinette Biden. A man that knows a lot about malarkey and some guy named Jack. I don't really get that one. This is the guy that the Democrats want me to put my blind faith, trust, and support in. So naturally, when the Democrats want me to do something and say that my life depends on it, I'm going to research the fuck out of it because it's usually a trap. This one was kind of easy because unlike Obama in 2004, both parties usually pick someone for president that they know and they trust. So they will probably have like 40 years of experience or have run for president 2 or 3 times. But in the case of Joe Biden, you got the best of both worlds. When I was younger and I would do research either for myself or for school to see how the country was faring after the civil rights era and the things that are commonly talked about in our community while I was growing up about the things that like made the world hard for us, there was always one name that would come up all the time: Joe Biden. So I think it was going to be interesting to see how Joe was going to fare on The Breakfast Club, going toe-to-toe with one of black media's biggest trolls and Charlamagne the God. And it did not disappoint. I'll say that interview probably was one of the worst politician interviews on The Breakfast Club, and I saw the whole Kamala Harris interview.
I have my family's from Jamaica. Are you kidding me?
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like in
And
college, or-
I inhale. I did inhale.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. But yes.
I know you have to go.
I mean, was it in college?
And the one with Hillary Clinton.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
You listen. I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, "Okay, she's pandering to black people." Again.
Okay. Is it working? Is it working? Is it working?
And for the record, no, it didn't work, bitch. What made this interview worse than all of the rest of the other interviews? Starting with the fact that for this 18-minute long interview, literally 11 minutes of it was talking about prison. Because there's nothing more important to black people than trying to figure out how white people are trying to lock us up or how they're trying to make up for all the times that they tried to lock us up before. Because that's it. That's the only thing we care about. Even though Charlamagne brought up how the Democrats hold the black vote for granted and economic justice multiple times. So Joe used the question to talk about taking our votes for granted to talk about the '94 crime bill, which then led to him talking about prison for the next 11 minutes. And everybody knows, including the people that signed it, that were a part of it, that pushed it, that voted on it, that all these other things, everybody knows that the '94 crime bill was trash, was terrible, was horrible, for many reasons. But it wasn't just the '94 crime bill that was terrible. In 1984, along with segregationist Strom Thurmond, Biden helped pass the Comprehensive Control Act that was meant to stop crack, but then Congress decided it could work for all alleged crime. So until the Obama administration came around, they could literally take your money and possessions and not give them back to you, even if you didn't get convicted of a crime. In 1986, he sponsored the Anti-Drug Abuse Act, which was where the mandatory minimums and the crack versus cocaine discrepancy started legally. And you could take a wild guess which community that affected the most.
I wonder.
1988, he helped update the Anti-Drug Abuse Act, which made mandatory minimum sentences harsher. And then in 2003, with the RAVE Act, he co-sponsored, which was trying to do the same type of 1984 level crackdowns, but for ecstasy. So, Joe Biden, everybody. Then what he likes to do is what a lot of white saviors seem to like to do, is talk about their credibility in the black community with black leaders and business leaders and this, that, and third. And I don't know about you. I kind of pay attention to a lot of stuff that, you know, prominent black people say. And I'm pretty sure that most of them talk about economic mobility. I'm pretty sure a lot of them talk about education. I'm pretty sure a lot of them talk about how to build and grow businesses and things like that. Most of them don't talk about prison. Most of them don't talk about guns. Most of them don't talk about gun clip sizes. Most of them don't talk about putting police on the streets. Most of them don't talk about harsher sentences. Most of them don't talk about having a separation between the two different types of drugs that appear in the suburbs and the drugs that appear in the hood. I'm pretty sure they talk about the things that affect their lives. So who exactly were you talking to when you were talking to black leaders? And if you talk to black leaders, it seems like you did the things that all the white people wanted you to do in the first place. So why are you talking about us like you care? Because he's better than Trump, John, don't you know? That's how you fucking sound. Shut up. Fine. If he wants to die on this 94 crime bill hill, okay, let's let him. So he says that it had 4 or 5 great provisions, and then he lists off 3. The first one was the Violence Against Women Act, the drug courts that black people don't even get to benefit from statistically. And then the third one was the assault weapon ban, was a completely different piece of legislation that had nothing to do with 94 crime bills. So I think we should consider this a Rick Perry level gaffe.
The third agency of government, I would do away with the education, commerce, and let's see, I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
To me, just to me, factually speaking, this sounds worse than the Rick Perry gaffe. Rick Perry at least got 2 out of the 3. This dude said there was 4 or 5, named off 3, and then one of them wasn't the one from the thing. So, Joe Biden, everybody. So my favorite part of the whole video, outside of Joe Biden making a complete ass of himself at the end, was this exchange, when I don't think he was expecting Charlemagne to know as much as he was supposed to.
Ms. Clinton said that the crime bill, we made a lot of mistakes with that, and she wanted to atone for that by becoming the next president. Like,
She was wrong. What happened was, it wasn't the crime bill. It was the drug legislation. It was the institution of mandatory minimums, which I oppose. Mandatory, I oppose the ban.
I thought you was a part of that in '84 as well. The Comprehensive Crime Control Act that established mandatory minimum sentences for drug offenses.
No, what happened was...
Oh, no, Joe. Which one is it? You see, the way that we had pinned Hillary in a corner in 2016 is we made her admit that the crime bill was a big bad thing that she shouldn't have been a part of and the Clinton administration shouldn't have been a part of. But Joe goes even further to tell you that that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was all the anti-drug legislations that I passed, worked on, sponsored, and wrote. So thanks, Joe Biden, for giving us the whole game of why we shouldn't fucking vote for you, especially if you're a black person in the United States of America, even if Donald Trump is the other guy. Thank you, Democratic Party. You done fucked us all again. And that's why, for me, I personally don't want to vote for Joe Biden at all. It is a serious issue within me that I feel that I would be going against my ancestors, my community, my family members that I had been locked up because of these stupid fucking drug laws and these stupid crime bill laws. I lost a cousin because of this shit. So, for me personally, it would be a slap in my face, slap of my family members' face, and slap of a lot of people that look like me, especially the ones that understand the system, to go along with someone that the party is bringing up as your last best hope, when he literally is the reason why we are halfway in the situation in the first place. So you can vote for him all you want to. In fact, I implore you to if you want to do your little harm reduction bullshit. But for me, no. There is nothing that you can tell me. There is nothing that you can say unless he changes his actions, unless he changes his platform, unless he puts in the work that I need to see from a presidential candidate for him to earn my vote. It's not going to happen. I don't fucking care about your Trump. I don't care about your cages. I don't care about anything else. Because when it comes to my issues, you always ignore them. When it comes to my issues, you always overlook them. When it comes to my issues, you don't give a fuck. So for this election, I don't give a fuck. At me, tag me, come in my comment section. I don't fucking care. Do whatever you want. Cancel me, unfollow me. Fine. That's what you guys do anyway. Because there's another black guy dead from the police right now. What the fuck are you guys talking about it? Oh, he should have followed what the police. Enjoy another 4 years of your boy. It's your fault, not mine.